constantly saying what the fuck, but yeah.
Okay. Like,
Like in my head?
Yeah. Like, people don't.
What, have dialogue in their head?
Yeah.
So what goes on up there?
Right? So I met a good friend of mine. I brought this up and it's blown my mind ever since. And then like talking to other people, like Jeff Rosen, he's like, I don't have an inner dialogue.
What?
And I'm like, how? Oh, because you say everything out loud. I mean, that makes more sense, but yeah, but like they just
No, I say it out loud. It goes in my head first, and then I say it out loud.
yeah, but they just don't. They don't have like
He's got a lot going on up there.
yeah. I mean, yeah,
Words.
yeah. It's weird. Yeah,
No, they're just like tunes and melodies.
yeah.
And
That
like
makes a lot
just
of
random shit.
I feel like
all-
more random shit. Yeah, I find that fascinating.
I am constantly talking to myself in my brain.
Yes, always. Welcome back to Bar Talk, where we're talking to ourselves and our brains today.
It's going to be a very silent show.
That's unlikely.
No.
I am Andy, joined by Jess Hamill,
Yeah. Hello.
general manager, and Dan Mahoney.
No.
Oh no!
No.
Wait! Oh! I forgot. I forgot. Do you remember Forgetful Jones?
What?
Forgetful Jones.
Forgetful Jones?
Yeah, like this is one of those weird like you
Age things?
cusp
You're too old?
you cusp millennials like because I can be like, do you remember Sesame Street?
Yeah.
Yeah, Forgetful Jones was a character on Sesame Street,
Forgetful Jones.
and he was a cowboy, and his whole thing was like, I forgot.
Oh my God. Well, Dan Mahoney is a forgetful Mahoney.
Forgetful Mahoney.
He had to take his friggin' kid to the fucking dentist.
Yeah,
Tell the
what
kid
a
to stop
loser.
eating candy.
Just punch his teeth out.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah. Get wooden
Done.
teeth like George Washington.
sure.
That'd be sick.
I mean, how's that the weirdest suggestion?
No. Listen.
Not fake teeth, wooden.
Listen. It's been
Yeah,
a month.
it has been. This summer has fucking flown by. Oh, and Fish is here too.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Sorry.
No. He's got his Britney Spears mic on.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I thought we weren't going to have to mic me up too, but...
Right. Well, you know.
No.
He just wants
Well, if I'm not here, Mahoney shits on me, so...
right. He just wants someone to hit him one more time.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes he's toxic. And that's the extent of the Britney Spears songs that I know.
The only one
He drives me crazy.
Oh, okay. I
Uh-huh.
kind of do know that one.
I don't know. I think that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
That's all I got.
Sorry,
Alright.
Britt.
I feel like anything else is going to be like wrong. It's going to be like, that's Spice Girls or something.
Spice Girls.
So I was trying to come up with like ideas for what we're going to talk about.
Okay, word.
And so I Googled restaurant industry. And the first thing that came up, I'm
So
like,
vague and broad, but
well, 'cause, you know, I wanted to be vague and broad and
True.
see what come up.
Fair.
And then the first thing that came up, I'm like, oh, that's like super topical.
Okay.
So the first thing that literally the first thing that came up was mental health.
Oh,
And I figure like with the Anthony Bourdain movie coming out and Plymouth recently lost a member of the industry.
oh yeah.
And,
Sad.
yeah, so I suppose the
Oh,
first...
great. So we're gonna be sad today.
But
Love that for me.
that's why I figured like the next one will make like ha 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 fun.
So for my mental health,
Yeah. So I suppose, is it the industry that does it attract people with mental issues or does it create them?
no, it definitely attracts me. Yeah, both. No, I mean, we always joke about how like you have to be crazy to work in the restaurant industry. It's true. I mean, we put up with a lot. We literally get like yelled at and screamed at by customers, and we always have to be perfect, but nobody's perfect. And you know, we work long hours on our feet with no breaks. Sometimes we don't eat. Sometimes we
When you have to be happy all the time.
have to be happy all the time. Like it's just it definitely attracts a different type of person. You really do have to be crazy to work in the industry, you know.
I remember when my youngest was starting high school, they were going to like a vocational school and they're like, oh, we get to like pick, I think it was like 3 shops that they get to like try for like a week or whatever.
Yeah.
before they make their final choice, and like, I think I'm gonna do this in culinary. I'm like, oh, you okay? Whatever makes you happy. But dear God, please don't go.
Kitchens are even. Kitchens are crazy too because it's so fast paced, and if you work in that kind of restaurant, and it's lots of alcohol, lots of drugs, it's just. The restaurant industry can be toxic, for sure. I've been stressed out since, 1998. So.
I was just going to say, what year? What year are you going to say?
Cause it's, and it's like, you're wound up and tight and whatever, you're fast, you're running around, you're doing this, you're doing that, but everything's going 1,000 miles a minute when you're working. And then you shut down and you're supposed to shut off.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's supposed to come to a screeching halt. And it's like, that's just not how it works. Like, which is why a lot of people like go off, after their shift and they go fucking drink till fucking 4 a.m. Cause it's like their energy's still going.
Yep.
And it's hard to shut off. And so that, excessive drinking and drug use, that obviously damages your mental health and
just the sheer fact that you are working your hardest when everybody else is on their downtime.
Yeah.
Right. So like you don't have a normal social life.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of sacrifice that you have to do for your job. I mean, there's so many jobs out in the world that you can just take off a day because your kid's going to do some stupid thing, and then
or you're sick.
Take your kid to the dentist, and and it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
because no one needs to fill your cubicle, or no one else needs to come in and fold your t-shirts. It's like
someone will, and you can answer somebody else tomorrow. Nobody really cares that much,
right? Yeah. And so, but you can't do those things in the restaurant business. And so,
can you imagine sitting down to order and you just get a note slid onto your table, be like, "I'm sorry, I am out of the office today."
Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so there's a lot of sacrifice. A lot of family events being missed. A lot of just
holidays. I mean, everything.
Oh yeah.
Oh, especially holidays because that's prime. Let's go out to dinner.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so there's definitely a lot of sacrifice in the restaurant business, not only time, but energy. Even like just sacrificing like a normal sleep schedule or a normal eating schedule or like, you know what I mean? Like,
and then try to eat healthy on top of that.
Oh God. I gave that up a long time ago.
Surrounded by like,
food
all the time. So
my table didn't want this slice of cheesecake. And you're like, well, I've been eating all day.
Or then it's like, and if you're getting your shift meal, you're not going to go for, I could really go for a salad. So just give me calories I need now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Even like just like staying hydrated, like, like drinking water and not Red Bull. And like, it's just.
And, at the same time, not needing to go pee.
Right. I can't tell you how many times people that I've worked with, and myself included, have gotten sick because we just don't have time to go to the bathroom. It's crazy. We sacrifice our bodies, our time, and it can, over time, it can get really bad. It can get really bad, and that's why it's important to take time off. And I think a lot of, especially around here, like especially like on the South Shore, like, and I can only speak for that. A lot of companies are now a lot of restaurants are now coming to terms with how important work-life balance is. Where before it's like,
I was going to ask, have you, since you've been doing this 100,000 years?
Yeah, literally.
Do you think it's changed?
Yeah. I mean, even just the sheer fact of like, from a management standpoint, like call outs, like when I was a server, if you were sick and you couldn't get your shift covered, you were still coming in. It didn't matter.
Which is crazy, because the last thing I want is a sick server.
Here, give me food.
I mean, sick depending on whatever. If you're throwing up at like it.
But I mean, even like.
But like, if I had a cough, or if I had the sniffles, or if I had a cold, if I I mean, if I had a 100-something fever, sure. But like, you know, if I got the sniffles, I still have to come in.
Yeah. But like I'm saying, as a customer, I don't want my cut.
Yeah, I worked an entire shift with a kidney infection. Like, because I didn't get my shift covered. Like,
we literally had a bartender come in for a Bar Talk episode, and he left and went right to the hospital.
Right.
And
but
that's crazy.
But
why are you here?
Our brains are wired. Yeah. Because that's how it used to be. And again, I could only speak for our area. I don't know, like, if it's different around the world now. That I feel like ever since COVID, everyone's taken like physical illness way more serious, and like allowing for call outs, like allowing to be short staffed because, you know, somebody said that they're sick. Now, are they? Probably not, but
I mean, that's every industry, you know, it doesn't matter.
Right.
You know?
But again, it doesn't matter if you're in a cubicle, if you call out sick. It matters if you're if you're the only server on.
Yeah.
And you call out sick, because now there's no server for lunch. Like, it's just, so when I was serving or bartending, I mean, if I did not get my shift covered, I was still coming in. End of story. Where now it's kids these days, they call out. I mean, I had a kid call out because he goes, I have homecoming tonight.
Yeah.
And I went, okay, you've known about homecoming for months, because
it's not like it's not like that sneaks up on. It's like, you don't plan the day before.
He was a homecoming like candidate or whatever the fuck, homecoming king, like, candidate.
We actually didn't. We didn't.
I don't know.
We didn't do that in our school.
Homecoming asshole. I don't know, but like, so he was nominated for homecoming king.
Yeah.
So you knew about it.
Yeah.
And you didn't get your shift covered, and you didn't request it off, and I said, you're calling me 4 hours before your shift and telling me that you're not coming in. Here's your two options: 1, you get your shift covered, or 2, you come in.
Yeah.
Or 3, you no longer work here.
Yeah.
And he said, okay. And he didn't show up, so we fired him. But, like, that's the mentality of, like, I can just call out for anything.
But, and this is such, like...
An illness is one of them.
Yeah.
Like, if they just say that they're sick, we're not going to question them.
Yeah.
Because that's how... And again, like, no, I don't... You're right. Nobody coming in with the flu...
Should be serving
food. Yeah, completely understood. But it's the mentality of it is totally different from when I was in the front of the house.
Yeah.
And I think a big shift and change of that was 100% COVID, because they also took COVID in the pandemic, also took a big, magnifying glass to mental health as well. Mm-hmm. So it kind of all fell together. And so now it's companies being like, it's extremely important to make sure that everybody is safe at work, illness as well. And, and work-life balance is now extremely important, when before it's like, not that it wasn't, but like, again, like if I had a vacation.
Yeah.
And I didn't, depending on the place, but most of the places that I worked, if I had a vacation plan, again, depending on how the place was run, and I didn't get my shifts covered, I would get in trouble. I'm not going to be here.
I know.
But I would get in trouble.
That's the thing that I don't understand. Because, like, if you have a manager, you go to the manager and you're like, I'm requesting this week off.
Right. Well, some places it's like there are no requests because you have set schedules. So then you, you would just, like, when I worked at East Bay, like, we had set schedules. And so if we knew we were going on vacation, like, we literally would just put a piece of paper on the wall and say, I need these shifts covered. And people would sign up for it. But if you didn't get, let's say if you got 4 out of your 5 covered and you didn't get that 5th one covered, like, I would be active. I would still be responsible for it.
Yeah.
And so I would go to my manager and I would say, I have all these shifts covered except for this one. He goes, cool. You have to get that one covered. or you're going to get...
Yeah, see, I just...
Why is that not... What is the manager doing that he can't handle...
That he can't manage.
Why is he not in charge of...
Because there is, in that particular instance, there is no in charge of scheduling because the schedule is set every single week.
Right,
so it's
right.
just like copy and paste. But that's... I know.
But that's because when I worked
trust me, I know.
at Home Depot, I had a set schedule.
Right.
But if I requested a week off...
But again, and then there's other places where you have a set schedule and you can request time off, and then it's up to management to cover it. But it all depends on how the places are run.
What is doing otherwise that they can't handle scheduling the people who work for them?
That's I could tell you literally. I mean, nothing. The answer is nothing.
But I mean that's kind of like
it all depends on the place, but
it just to me that's like management job. I'm putting in my request ahead of time for whatever,
or if
it all depends.
Yeah,
I've been like, hey guys, I should not be interacting with food and customers right now. Like I'm not going to be there. It is not the job. Should not be the job of the person who is literally too ill to go to work.
Yeah.
To then have to try to contact all of their random coworkers and see who can cover. Because then, why do you have someone in charge if they're not?
From the management side of things, I also have 700 other things that I'm doing.
Sure.
So, like in the mornings, okay, perfect example. If the morning, say something like, a hostess is supposed to work at 4:00, she's calling out sick. I'm opening the restaurant. I'm counting the drawers. I'm making sure that the rest of my staff is there. I'm fucking dealing with, customer calling about this and that. Like, I have 700 other things to do.
I agree with you, and that's why I think Fish's question's bad.
Right.
Because it implies that the manager is not doing anything. But in the same aspect, as management in any other industry, you still have 700 things, and now you have 701 things.
Yeah, and I get it. But normally what my response would be, who have you reached out to already?
Yeah.
And if they say...
That's a fair question because now you're not doubling up.
Right. Yeah. And then a lot of times I go, everybody. And I go, no, I need you to physically list the people. Because you think it's everybody, but it's really not.
Yeah. You forget about Jimmy who only works Wednesdays that you never see.
Whatever. Yeah. And then, and then if they say nobody, then I say, okay, fine. And then if they say, well, I contacted blah, 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 or I saw, in the group chat or whatever the fuck,
I think,
I'll try and get on. Try and get on it. I mean, I also have 4 hours to get on it, in that scenario. But like, it's just... They're still responsible for their shifts. They're responsible for their schedule. So I get it. You're sick. If somebody says that I have the sniffles or if I have a cold, you're not too busy to text people. If you're saying that your head's in the fucking toilet and you're vomiting, you clearly have your hands tied.
But this is the difference in between the industry and the real world is. You're responsible for your schedule means you show up unless you can't, and that's where your responsibility ends.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's different in the industry, but I don't understand why.
This is
again. It's because your position has to be replaced by another person. So, like a cubicle.
But there's other industries like that. I used to work for the telephone company, and we were required by law to have a certain number of operators on, and it was broken down by 15 minutes. So you couldn't have, if you were off the number of operators in that 15 minutes, you could be fine. The company could be fined. A call out's call out. It's the manager's job to find that, and there has to be a certain number of person in your cubicle.
Yeah, like Jess. It seems like the restaurant industry is the only industry that I've either worked in or seen where the responsibility to cover the shift isn't on the manager.
But again,
it's not like they don't. It's not like every other managerial level in any other industry doesn't have the other 700 things that they have to do.
But
it's just for some reason it doesn't seem like it's. For some reason in the restaurants, it's not their job.
But again,
and that's the thing that gets me. And you're saying that it's the only thing where, if one person's out, like you're fucked. It's not really true. There are a bunch of at the phone company. If somebody's out, cool. The company's getting fined 15-minute fines for 8 hours straight. They're fucked. because that's probably more than it costs to pay the guy for the day. In other jobs, it's like, hey, if my plumber is sick and not showing up and you run a plumbing company, guess what? You're still fucking responsible.
Shit hits the fan.
Yeah. And
so here's
why is your shitter coming out of your fan?
Yeah, here's two answers to that comment. One is if there's certain positions where people don't show up, you're 100%, you're absolutely fucked. And case in point today, what I had to deal with for 2 hours this morning was that there was a schedule mix-up for a food truck that we have, and the person didn't think that they were opening. He was the only cook on. If that guy doesn't show up, we can't open.
Right.
Like, we literally can't open.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a big fucking, that's a big fucking problem.
That's the thing. That is the issue. So if he calls in, like, on some level, how is that his job to cover and not your responsibility to make sure that that's handled?
The responsibility falls on not just one person. It falls on multiple people, including managers. But what I'm saying is that your comment was like, if one person doesn't show up, no, you're not necessarily fucked. No, you definitely are in that scenario. Or
no, that's what I'm saying. Like,
if a manager doesn't show up,
yeah,
who's opening the fucking door?
Whoever they report to.
Yeah, like,
what if that person's at another location and they can't do it?
Well,
like, for instance, me. If a manager calls out,
yeah,
I am supposed to go fill that position.
Right.
I have to do that tomorrow. What if somebody else called out somewhere else? I can't split myself in two.
Have you tried?
I
No,
wish.
and the funny part is I feel like we're beating up on Jess and we're not.
Well,
like, I understand.
I don't give a fuck if you
I know, but I don't want to.
and in fairness, we would also be beating up on Dan if he were here.
But also, to be in fairness, this is a very
it's a very industry thing.
But it's also
a very industry thing.
Right, but it's also very much a pot calling the kettle black, because I know someone specifically who won't call out because he's like, well, I got the keys and no one else has the keys. And so I'm just saying,
Andy,
let's put this in context.
Like, if I call in on a Monday, you know what? I call in, and then it stops being my fucking problem. Like, if I say, hey, guys, I'm running 103 fever, guess what?
Right. I get it, but here,
if I'm not coming in, I'm not coming in.
I understand.
But also
like,
the other.
That's the thing. Like, even if I don't want to, if I do, it immediately stops being my responsibility to find someone else to show up.
Right.
I agree.
The other side of that, the second part of your first comment was, it also depends on how the place is run.
Sure.
There's some places that don't require that of their staff. Or there's some places where it only solely falls on one individual and that's the manager on duty and that's it. Like, it does depend on the place itself.
Do you feel that is it more mom and pop ones that are like, it's your job to fill your schedule, or is it more like corporate-y ones? Or is there no difference?
I don't think there's any difference.
Yeah.
Because I've worked in both. Again, well, listen, I guess I don't really have that much of an opinion on it, only because when I worked the only corporate place that I worked at, which was Longhorn Steakhouse, it was literally during the pandemic. So if anybody called out, that things were
you're like,
totally different.
You're like, thanks, hope you're not dead.
Yeah, literally, yeah. So like, I guess I can't really like make too much of a comment on that because I it literally was during the pandemic. So
and so it's one of those, and this is kind of me playing a little bit of the devil's advocate, but it's like,
what are you, Carl?
Yeah. Well, Carl's not here either. Guess he was at the dentist with Dan.
They're both fucking getting each other's teeth looked at.
I don't know. Maybe there's a special on laughing guess. I don't know. So we're gonna thanks for listening. Gotta go to the dentist. But it's like you put this pressure. It's a super high pressure job.
Yeah.
It's very much like, well, your schedule's your problem, not my problem. And then they're like, well, these kids just don't show up. Like, if the business doesn't support them in any way, why would they support the business?
So here's the other thing too. Like, again, like and me personally, like, I'm not 100% requiring them. Again, it's now different. Like, back then, it'd be like, oh, too bad, so sad.
Oh yeah, but now,
me, if somebody calls and says that they're sick and I'm asking them, who they asked for coverage. Like, I'm actually more just asking for help.
Yeah.
I'm not requiring them. It's not a demand or like, I'm just saying, you're telling me that you're not going to be there.
Yeah.
I'm asking for your help. And then in return, if you still don't get your shift covered, I'm not firing you. I'm just, okay, I'll figure it out. They're not in trouble. Now, if they do it a million times, then that's when they're in trouble. But so I am helping them out by not writing them up. I mean, I guess that's a weird way to say it. But do you know what I just, I don't know. It's still supporting them, but I'm asking for help. And
right.
And then I'll make it up in other ways. Like, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Like, it's a working relationship. So, I'm not forcing people to get their head out of the toilet and stop vomiting for 5 seconds and text the group chat. Like,
it's got to be tough to.
And 9 times out of 10, these fucking kids are full of fucking shit. You're not sick. It's fucking 100 degrees out in July, and you're sitting in your AC bedroom, and you just don't want to fucking come to work.
Yeah.
So yeah, go fucking text your group chat. Like,
but I mean, the other aspect is, like, if their head is in the toilet, it is an industry that is riddled with, drinking problems. And like, how much of that is self-inflicted?
All of it. What do you mean? No one's pouring fucking.
Okay, so Jess,
Malort down your
throat.
No.
I mean, how much of the illness is self-inflicted? Like, not everyone throwing up is hungover.
Right.
Right. But some of them
hangover?
are.
Fuck that. That is not a call out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hangovers?
Look.
No. You learn your lesson, motherfucker, and work with a hangover.
That was
That'll
always
only make you stronger.
that was my personal thing. Is like, I will always go to work hungover.
Yeah.
But I used to have a boss where I could be like, bro, I'm really hungover. He's like, okay, and then he would just kind of leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Look, I'm a big believer that don't call in if you're hungover. It's your own fucking fault.
Yep.
I do, however, want you to call in if you're still drunk.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
If you're getting up and you're still...
And you would be written up for that.
Yeah.
You should not be going to work. You absolutely should not be driving.
Right.
And you are going to go from drunk to hungover.
But then there's also...
So I did have someone come up to me who worked for me one time, and they're like, Andy, I think I'm still drunk. And I said, we've never had this conversation.
Yeah.
Get the fuck away from me.
Go home.
Go hide.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not telling him to go home. Because then I'm asking him to drive.
Yeah.
I'm like, stay out of everyone's sight. Go do something away from everybody.
lay in the
And if
yelp in
I
the
see
lumber.
you on a machine, I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Go do training videos.
But-
or
also-
computer until
It's also a catch-22 because then that person's not going to be on their game, and so they're going to fuck up, and they're going to look like shit, and they're going to probably still smell like booze. Like,
Yeah, but
it's a catch-22 for people. Like I don't. It's like some people I'll be like, you're hungover, go home. Some people I'm like, oh, too bad. That sucks for you.
Mm-hmm.
You need to figure it out. But again, like then they're gonna fucking wait on people and look like shit, serve them like shit.
it is different when you're interacting with people, for sure.
And so like it's like, do I want to deal with that, or do I want to just cut the losses and whatever?
Okay, I think it's if they call in, it's one thing. If you send them home, then they've at least put the effort in to show up.
No, I know. I'm
And
just
I will
saying,
give
like,
credit for that. And then it's like,
even if they
come
call and say, "Hey, I'm hungover, I can't come in," I go, "Oh, that's too bad. You either need to get your shift covered or you come in."
Yeah.
So
even then, it's like no, you have to show up. You have to put the effort in. You put the effort in and show up, and then you send them home.
if you put
because
the
they're a
effort
mess.
in general,
that's
like
different.
right.
Is the maybe it's like
If you
calling in
show
and showing
me
up
that
and
you
have
put the
different
effort
things.
in to either get your shift covered or you put the effort into whatever, or if you put the effort in and you still couldn't find somebody or you still couldn't whatever, I'm not going to be mad about that. I mean, it's going to aggravate me, but I'm not going to be mad at you about that. So as long as you put the effort, it's the people that are just like, I don't feel good today. I'm not coming in. And then and then Ghost Town, I don't hear them. There's nothing. And then I'm fucked. And then I'm doing this. And you showed no effort to get your shift covered or do anything. Okay, now I'm mad at you because you did nothing. And that's responsibility. And that's part of with these, like, again, they're kids these days. Like, they don't truly understand the level of responsibility that a job has. Like, some kids, they're just like, it means nothing to them, which it shouldn't mean the life to them. We made careers out of it, and they're, just maybe going to host a couple days a week. But, like, a job still holds responsibility of some kind, whether it's your server and you have to be responsible for how much you overserve somebody. You have to, if a hostess, you have to be responsible for looking the part, not coming in disheveled and you look like shit and that's the first thing that people see and then it sucks. As a busser, like, being responsible for, like, if you break something and, like, you clean it up efficiently because someone could get cut or someone could get hurt. There's, like, many levels of responsibility when it comes to certain jobs. And some kids, they just don't understand the full potential of, they don't understand the full level of responsibility that come with an actual job.
Okay.
But I think that's something you learn with experience.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But and some of these people, it's been that way for years. So they're not learning. Like,
well, I mean, there's some people in every industry.
I mean, there's
there's full-grown adults that don't learn.
Tell me about it.
But it's, I think, from having kids who are now becoming adults, there's just a complete different mentality when they look at work, and it's like people our age is like, oh well, that's like it's something bad, but what they're really doing is being like, this is work, it's not my fucking life. No,
but again, but a lot of responsibilities that come with having a job do develop you as an adult for the future.
Sure.
So,
but a lot of jobs are like, you should be doing this because of X. Like the idea of being loyal to a job, like my parents, that paid off. It doesn't anymore. Like having loyalty to a job is
right. But like being responsible for a schedule of your job also, develops you to be responsible for your schedule for your life, scheduling up how to pay bills, like scheduling up your appointments, like scheduling, like, and keeping to those things.
Sure.
And
but then I could also be like accepting the responsibility that really should fall to someone else and not accepting that responsibility when it's really someone else's
half and half.
In this particular industry, and I understand that, but what I'm saying, in every other industry, it's not half and half.
No, I know, but we're talking about the restaurant business.
Right. But no, what we're comparing and contrasting, and one of the things that I learned most from the place that I always talk about that I used to work at is being like, I'm not fucking doing that.
Yeah.
I did my part, fuck off.
That is the hardest thing, to be there and go and look at work and go, I could do that, but it's not really my job. It's not really my responsibility. And frankly, at this point, it's at some point, it just needs to not get done, because otherwise you're only making it harder for everyone else.
Right. But again, there's certain levels of responsibility that come with your job and your job description. Yeah.
But it's only when you're clocked in.
Not always.
I mean, if you're salary, but if you're hourly,
not always. No, not always. Okay. Perfect. This is a very weird and
sure.
I'm going to give, but part of your job in my company is does pertain to outside of work, and that is social media. They can't do anything on social media that would bash the company that they currently work for. That has nothing to do with being clocked in, but that is literally in your job description for every single position in my company.
Sure. Okay, so I agree with you, because I have worked for places where they're like, you can't wear your Stop and Shop shirt at any political campaign, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just because, like, you can't inadvertently represent the company.
Right.
Someone sees a Stop and Shop shirt and they're like, oh, Stop and Shop supports the Ku Klux Klan.
Right. Yo.
I was just thinking something ridiculous. Like, I didn't want to, I figured if I went so far.
Those are different bags.
Yeah. So I do understand that. And that's like a certain amount of representation. And like, it would all be the same as like if you sign an NDA.
Yeah.
You're not on the clock, but you're required contractually.
There's a lot of things that you're still responsible for when you're not on the clock. Not I
guess.
shit ton,
I guess. I don't know, but I mean, is it responsible, or are you just not?
So you're saying that somebody's like, so go back to the schedule. You're saying that someone's not responsible for their schedule because they're not clocked in?
I'm saying
so if someone comes in and clocks in, then they can get their shift covered? Like,
well, I'm saying is if I call and be like, hey, I am not coming in today, and I'm a firm believer, and this is also like a weird, like different in industries, like you guys don't have PTO.
Depends on the company. My full-time staff, even if it's a server, if it's a busboy, if you work over 32 hours, you earn PTO.
Okay. So I have PTO.
It's a state law thing.
Oh, okay. But if I have PTO, I pick up the phone, I won't be in today. That's it. I'm done. That is the end of my responsibility. Because I'm not on the clock, and if you're asking me to call, now you're asking me to do work off the clock. I don't even have to say I'm sick because it's time off, and you don't have a right to know anything
about it. Whether you earn PTO or not, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I understand. I understand, but I'm just kind of like, these, I don't want to be like, these are things wrong with this, but it's just like, this is some of the things that cause extra mental drain.
Yeah. And I think the reason why that culture exists in the restaurant business is that you're replacing, again, going back to like, you're replacing, like person to person.
But that exists in other businesses.
I know,
too.
But I'm just saying the restaurant, that is why in the restaurant business, I can't speak for other businesses that do those things, but like, that's why that mentality is there, is because if you're a busy restaurant that needs to have, 6 servers on a busy night, and someone calls out, and it's very difficult to operate that restaurant with 5 servers. Now, say you have 5 servers on, but only 2 of them are good, and then you're fucked, and then it gets bad service. Then you start getting complaints. Then you're getting comps. Then you're losing money. Because you're comping off food. And like, it's.
And I think a lot of, it's twofold, really. Right. I think it's always been that way because servers used to essentially be not shit employees, but treated like shit. No, I know,
right. And so that's the reason why,
that's why you work for
$6 an hour.
That's why you work for fucking tips. Yeah. Exactly. Well, hopefully maybe someone will come in and pay you, that kind of shit. And
if you're nice enough.
Yeah. And it is an industry where you're talking about a margin of cents, you know? It's like, you can't have an extra staff on and be like, all right, if someone calls out, we have a back, right. It's the margins are so small that you can't do that.
Right. Exactly. And so it's not just about like going down to one less person. There's a bigger picture of, if you end up getting bad reviews, then you get in trouble, or your store can make less money. If you get bad reviews and people are looking you up to come to you for the first time, and they see you have bad reviews because the service sucked, they're not going to go there. Now you've lost customers. Yeah. It's like, it's a trickle effect.
Yeah, but I mean, and like, that's,
you lose money because
that's every industry, like,
especially like, that's not necessarily every industry.
It's not every, but it's many industries.
It's many.
Yeah. Restaurants. It's like,
if
right, but again, like there's, I can't speak for other industries those do those things. Maybe it is that way. We have no idea, but we're just speaking from what we know. So it's like, maybe that is the culture in an industry where these are a lot of the similar factors of the restaurant business. Maybe it is that way. We just don't know.
Yeah.
But it's a extremely stressful industry that a lot of people can't turn off in the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
Like if you have a stressful day at the office,
and weirdly
sometimes depending on the situation, but sometimes people can just shut it off. And that could be a mental thing or it could be a business thing. Like it depends. It can be either or, I guess, or both. But like some people, they literally can be like, okay, I clock out for the day. I'm done. I'm going to shut my brain off. I'm going to, like.
It's also an industry where like good employees become very invested very quickly. Like I've had talks with bartenders and they're like, oh, I'm working on the drink special menu and what do you think about this and what do you think about that? And they're not on the clock. And I'm like, do you get paid extra for this? They're like, no.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh.
Right.
Like,
but I mean,
that's great.
A lot of industries, they do that too. Like if you
I'm just used to industries when you do stuff like that, they're like, ooh, let's take advantage of that person.
Yeah. I mean, like there are a lot of businesses where, industries where, you think of things while you're not at work to maybe better improve yourself or maybe better improve. I had an idea for this. We could do that. Like, but from a mental health standpoint, like a lot of times it's really difficult. Like I said before, like you're go for hours. And then you're expecting not only your body to just stop moving at a fucking rapid rate for hours, but your brain to shut off. And so sometimes that's where alcohol comes in. That's where drugs come in. And that's where like I can't sleep without fucking taking a pill because I'm just wired all the time. And like it's
or my feet hurt so much I need to take a pill to go to work.
Yeah. My back is fucking killing me because I've been I mean it's a physically and a mentally draining industry. And again, there's probably plenty of other industries that are the same. Construction, I'm sure. Fucking Jesus, I would not be able to put my body through that every single day. But maybe mentally it's not as bad. But
that's probably who you work for.
Right. So it's just, I think your very first question was that, does the industry attract those type of people or does it create them? I think mostly, in my opinion, it attracts them, but I think sometimes it develops them.
Yeah. Do you think it's the fucking chaos and
it's just all it's a lot of constant chaos, but then not showing the chaos in front of people.
Yeah,
so
it's kind of like
two-facing it. Out back, the kitchen's like, blah, 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 oh my god, everyone's yelling at each other. But you go out and it's like very pleasant and it's very calm and it's very like, hi.
It's kind of like those people that you see that always date fucking complete trash, and you're like, why? And you're like, oh, you need that for some reason.
Yeah. It's like it's and like perfect case in point is a movie Waiting, with like the chick, like she's so nice.
Oh yeah.
Her fucking girl. She turns the corner and she's like, hi, how are you? Want a brownie? Like that's literally what it is. And so you have to be Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and you have to be on your fucking game, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You have to do this. You have to do that. It's chaos without showing it. It's being perfect. It's always smiling. Like I can't stand it when people tell me, hey, you need to smile more. It's like, motherfucker, I've been smiling for 10 hours. My face hurts. Like, can we shut up? Like,
I think there's a certain amount of, I don't know if it's not caring or expectation from the customer at that level where it's your fucking fault.
Yeah.
Like working in a grocery store, if the
shelves on stock too, they're going to yell at
Well, yeah, I mean, they're going to go up to the dude at the service desk, but it's not going to be like, what the fuck, you didn't stock the shelf?
Yeah.
I don't
know.
Like,
if you want a lottery ticket? Like,
if the can of soup is bad, they're not going to be like, did you can this yourself? Like there's a certain amount of like, the blame is more spread out where like, if you're the server, you fucking handed them the plate. Like, why is this raw?
Yeah.
Why is this raw? What did you do?
Yeah, I know. And then so then the customer service aspect of it is just people are used to. And it's gotten a little better over the years. I feel like the Karens aren't as persistent as maybe they used to be, because I think people
you're going to have the worst day at work. You threw that out in the world.
Bring it the fuck on. But it's the entitlement that people have when they go out.
Yeah.
Again, you're my server. So some people are like, you're my servant. It's like, no, I'm not your servant. I'm not a person that you purchased and now use as a fucking butler. Like, I'm a human and I'm a person and I'm a server. I'm waiting on you.
And many other people.
Other people. But it's the entitlement. So then that, then that customer is like taking shit out on you, and they use you as like a fucking punching bag for anything that they're fucking going through in their fucking life.
Yeah.
Like, is it really about the fact that you didn't like the sauce on your salmon, or is it
the fact that you were arguing with
your life? Like,
you were arguing with your wife 20 minutes about the salmon?
Yeah, it's, you know what I mean? And so, but you're a punching bag, and you're literally...
You wanted to order the burger, but your wife feels that you need the fucking omega-3s or whatever.
Whatever the fuck those things.
So it's my fucking fault.
Right, yeah, and you're right. Like, if you, as a server, it's not your fucking fault if you ordered steak tips, medium rare, they came out well done, but you're the person standing in front of me right now, and so I'm going to talk to you about it, right? And so then you have to take that, and then you have to go back to your manager, then you go back to the cook, and then you go to...
And the cook's going to be like, those are fucking made perfect.
It's right, it's fucking fine. Like, a server and a bartender, you're literally... like in the middle of you're caught between the rock and the hard place. Like, you're the face, you're the presentation, you're on a stage, right? But all the fucking puppets in the back, all the fucking monkeys cooking in the kitchen, the fucking managers fucking not doing what they're supposed to do. And like, you have to deal with them and you have to deal with your guests. And it sucks. It's an industry not built for everyone. There's a lot of people that can't fucking hack it, handle it. They just can't.
So, what do you personally do to alleviate the stress?
Drink. Excuse me. 2 things. Drink and listen to extremely heavy music, like hardcore screaming music.
Screamo?
Oh, not even Screamo. Like, we're talking Unearth, we're talking All That Remains, we're talking fucking screaming. And I came home the other day, and
it's weird when I have to do the opposite.
Oh,
because if I listen to that shit, I get fucking wound up. I have to listen.
Get wound up, but it relieves. Like, I'm literally like banging on the steering wheel. Like, I'm literally physically getting rid of my energy.
Oh,
like,
so I just more give me like, well, I am gonna fucking kill that person.
I'm not like death gripping the steering wheel. I'm drumming. I'm like bopping my head. I'm like, I'm physically getting energy out.
Yeah.
So that's like, like if I could just have a mosh pit waiting for me at all times, I would just go in a mosh pit, get my energy out, and then go back home.
All right, new restaurant idea. Instead of crying in the walk-in, moshing in the walk-in. Just come back out your table, you got a shiner, and be like, hey, how can I help you today? Are you bleeding?
No, that's just tomatoes.
Am I?
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be sick. It's funny, like, somebody literally asked me that not too long ago. They were like, I don't understand how you do all this, and you do it so well, and blah, 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 blah. And I go, alcohol and heavy music really helps. And she was like, what? And then she's like, and then she went, heavy music, really? And I was like, oh, yeah. And she's like, I wouldn't think that of you. I was like, have you seen me? Have you physically looked at me? Like, yes, absolutely.
Wait, do they see like at work Jess or off the clock Jess? Because that's probably not the same.
I still wouldn't have guessed heavy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I would have only because I've seen some of the T-shirts she shows up in.
Yeah,
I don't.
And it's like
not that observant.
Like Atreyu and
it's like I at least know who all the remains is.
Yeah. Kill Switch Engage and
Oh, yeah. I know who that is.
I listen to everything else too. I mean, I have everything on my playlist. But if you were to hit random on my playlist,
I'm going to ask a question, and it's going to sound kind of racist, but it's going to lead to a funny story that is kind of racist. Is Kill Switch Engage the one the black dude?
Yes.
So
he started the band and then he left and now he's back.
Okay, so a friend of the show, but I won't mention them, was listening to Kill Switch Engage, and the police showed up.
I remember the story
because their neighbor said he was listening to white supremacy music, and the cop is like, "Isn't this Kill Switch Engage?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Isn't the lead singer black?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, never mind."
Moving along.
Can you turn it down a little bit?
Moving along. Like I came home one day and I had like just music blaring through my Jeep, and I was pulling into the driveway, and Matt could hear the music. My windows were up. Matt could hear the music. That's how loud it was. He had the deck door open.
The AC was on. Yeah, the dog was barking.
Yeah, but you could still hear it. Yeah, and I came in the house, and he's like, "You okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Why?" He goes, "I heard the music blaring through your stereo. Are you all right?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then I proceeded to drink 2 bottles of wine. So yeah, it helps. I did that last night. I drank 2 bottles of wine last night, and it was great. And I'm totally fine. Not hungover in any aspect at all whatsoever. So kids, buckle up, drink more, and then you won't have to fucking have.
Also, just saying, 2 bottles of wine. You're here. What's your thoughts, Dan? Yeah, that's what I thought.
So again, how do I unwind? That's how I unwind. But like, that's problematic, and I completely understand that.
Yeah.
Like, I also have a lot of trauma in my life that I can deal with that mentally, but a lot of people can't, and they either take it too hard or they take it too extreme, and they take it personally. That's another thing. Like, I think a lot of people in this industry, they care about the work that they do so much that when things go wrong or bad, or a customer yells at them or like whatever, they like take it personally, and they like hold that in, and like they take it. And they take it to heart.
Well, it's tough not to take someone yelling at you personally, even if it's like not your fault. They're still in your face saying that you suck.
That's why I don't give a fuck. Like, I would rather have. Well,
you've got 25 years of kind of broken.
Yeah. But that's why like I don't mind handling those situations. Like, I'll tell my staff, like, part of a bartender's responsibility is to like cut people off. But in my mind, I'm like, only if you feel comfortable, because I don't give a fuck. I'll handle it for you.
Yeah.
I don't want to put that on them if they don't feel comfortable doing it. Plus, there's legality things that like they need to make sure they're doing certain things the right way. Fine. But like, I don't mind getting yelled at. Like, but that's how, but was that me 20 years ago? Probably not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
now she's into it.
Now I'm like, scream louder, you asshole.
Is this the best you got? Do you have any of what I listen to?
I know, yeah. Right, yeah.
Like,
louder.
Please.
Yeah. But again, there's many people who just aren't cut out for that. And it could be, you can work in the industry for many, many, many years and never get that thick skin.
Yeah.
You can, and it just different people, different personalities, different whatever. So it's an extremely tough industry to work in, and we all know it, but I don't think, unless you've lived it, I don't really think which is why when we lose people in the industry, we're shocked because, whoa, why?
And like, it's an industry where you're taught and you're taught to like put on a fake face. And
yeah,
100%.
So you never know what they're going through. And some people are like, I don't give a fuck what you're going through. It's like, oh, okay, cool, thanks, asshole. But like, that's why, like, I always, for me personally, I'm always like, my door is always open. You can always come and talk to me. Like, I don't care if it's something work related about me. Like, I don't care. Like, I've said it 1,000 times to my staff. I'm like, don't ever feel like you can't come and talk to me, because even if it's not something that's work related, because I also need to understand where you're at. Like, if you call out 1,000 times in a week, if you call out like almost every single shift, and I have no idea what you're going through, say it's something personal, say it's something health related, but you don't want to tell me, or
just be like, you're going through a divorce, and be like, oh, we're putting you on this party in the back. Oh, what is it? It's a bridal shower. Yeah.
Right.
It's simple stuff like that.
Kind of like the time when I got divorced, and then my sister was getting married, and she asked me to be her maid of honor, and I'm like, worst timing ever. But I guess, if and whatever they feel comfortable telling me, but like, if I don't know that there's something deeply wrong going on in your life that you then call out every single shift, I'm going to write you up. And that adds on to it.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
That adds on to the shit that you're going through. And I want to be that person that they can come to and say, listen, I don't want to get into the nitty gritty of it, but I can't work this week because I have something extremely personal going on. Something is really bad and I can't work. Okay.
Yeah.
Understood. Thank you for telling me. Now I understand where you're at. And so if somebody comes up to me like, oh, that fucking girl, she keeps calling out. And I go, how about you mind your own damn business? I've got it. Like, there's plenty.
I have something going on that you can't ask me about. Do you have a large plastic bag and cement block?
Yeah. Do you have any cement blocks and rope that I can...
And don't ask where the regular Jimmy is.
Right. Yeah. Where's the closest river I can drown myself in? Yeah. Like, it's just... it's, and we're all very, like, in the industry, we're all very connected, right? Yeah. Like, we're all very, like, that camaraderie. We all live together.
It is a very toxic camaraderie because it's also like, we're all friends and we kind of sleep together. And I mean, sometimes there's this other thing going on. And also, he's also my drug dealer. And
right. Right. There's a lot of relationships in this industry, but we have that camaraderie, which is why, again, when we lose somebody in the industry, it doesn't just hit their family, it hits the industry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which is weird. You don't see that about bankers. Like,
no, like the people they work with directly, but not like every bank in the area is like...
Literally, like doing fundraisers or whatever. Like, it's, and so it's... Yeah, it's certainly a toxic industry, and that's why some people take it to personal, like they take it personally, and then they make decisions that aren't really obviously in their best interest because they don't care because they're just beaten down and they're just, I can't do this anymore, and like instead of trying to find a resolution, they make a decision that it's really tough. Like, I can't, how many people in probably Anthony Bourdain's life thought for 1 second that he would take his own life?
Yeah.
Probably not many, if any. So it's good to have mental health in the forefront now, just in general.
Yeah.
Never mind in the industry. But it's never going to go away.
Yeah.
Because the industry is always going to be fast paced and it's going to be tough and it's going to be long hours
and high pressure, physically exhausting.
Yeah. Customer service is always fucking nuts, and it's never going to change. And so that's why, again, some people can hack it and some people can't.
Well, I don't think we should do a last call, but so I just Googled this, which I'm sure is not going to cause me any problems, but suicide hotline 988 from any phone. Help is available.
Yep.
Please ask for help from somebody if you need it.
Yeah. And it's all about being open and having those conversations.
I know it's Jess's answer, but alcohol's not always the answer.
It's definitely not the answer, but it certainly helps sometimes. But I'm not advocating for it. But I'm probably gonna have 2 more bottles of wine tonight. No, just talk. That's it. It's just talking, and I think it's hard for people to open up. I mean, I love talking, but there's certain things I probably might keep to myself, right?
Of course.
But someone is always there to listen, whether it's a hotline or a friend or family or
therapy was one of the best things I've ever done in my life. Absolutely. Hands down.
Do that again.
Probably. Fish is over here Googling therapist.
Sponsored by BetterHelp.com.
Hotline, 2 bottles of wine.
Just talk to somebody.
So, we want you to be here to listen to all our episodes. So, take care.
Yeah.
Bye.
Word.
Thanks for listening to today's episode, and we hope you enjoyed the show. Please feel free to go over to patreon.com/inebriart. For a few dollars, you can support the podcast, and it's a great way to help us out to make sure that we get more episodes for you in the future. And you can email us at inebriart@yahoo.com with your questions and complaints. You can follow us on all social medias at inebriart or at inebriart6 on Instagram. And thank you again for listening. Make sure you check out all the other shows that we have to offer. There's Bar Talk Podcast. There's Inebriart. There's the Old Colony Cast and our newest show, The Long Dark Walk. If you're into true crime, you should check that one out. That one comes out in season chunks, so it's not a weekly show. But you can go back and binge the old episodes and check out the new season when it airs.